Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So, we're doing weekly show number 24 for Saturday, May 12th, 2019. So, things we're going to be talking about, I'm going to have to say something about recording these videos too. That's what I'll be talking about. NHL scores. We're going to go all the divisional series reviews and championship series previews and baseball. Excuse me. First, I have to address something quick. I tried filming an update video outside when the weather was like in the 70s this Monday. Well, the same thing happened. What I didn't want to happen happened. Whenever I tried recording the Muskies game on Saturday night, which they do play again tonight against Madison, I'll have that game for you here in the next couple days. What happened was that whenever an ad would pop up on my phone for it, it would always be at the, I don't know, it would always stop at like between the 7:40 mark and the 8-minute mark. It would just stop because of an ad pop up on my phone. I finally figured out why that was happening. That was because my flashlight app kept pulling up ads, like randomly, for no reason. So, I don't know what happened there, but it just happened. But, yep, I've already got that figured out. And whenever I tried screen recording me doing the hockey game Saturday night, from about the second period to about for the rest of the game, it was fast motion. Like, whenever I did my play-by-play, we go like, it sounded like I was an auctioneer, but I don't know how that happened, but, stuff like that just happens. But, yeah, I'm gonna also review that game, too, with you that you guys didn't see. But, yeah, right now, that was what I had to, address there. I still haven't done Ronnie's NFL show today. That's one of my goals after I get my notes done for tonight. And then, right after that, Capitals Musketeers at 7 o'clock. So, in about 6 hours, I'll have that game in like the next 2 days, probably. Let's first start out with the NHL. Anaheim beat Columbus yesterday by a score of 2-1. To me, Columbus had this game. Like, I don't know what's happened with Columbus, but it seems like they're just not winning. Well, they got that. Well, the games I've seen, they haven't won, but I know Monday night they beat Buffalo 4-3 in overtime, which they could have lost that game too. I mean, they had the sweep against Tampa Bay last year in the playoffs, and they lost to 6 against Boston. So yeah, Buffalo beat Florida in a shootout last night by a score of 3-2. The Hurricanes, beat the Islanders 5-2. 5-2, Carolina beat Islanders. I thought this was going to be a 1-goal game the whole through, and I thought it was going to end in a 3-2 game with the Islanders winning, but didn't happen like that, obviously. Games that are going on today. Oh, by the way, I went, what was it? It was like 5, 6, and 2 in my predictions for last week, so not a very good start to the season. I'm under 500, if you want to call it. Okay. Game that's going on right now. The Oilers are at the Rangers. I think last I checked, it was tied at nothing with like 17 minutes left to go in the first. Game had just started by then. So yeah. Tampa Bay at Ottawa. I'm choosing Tampa Bay to win. Nashville at LA. I'm gonna go with Nashville. And I have them highlighted so that, yeah. New Jersey at Boston. These are all the 6 o'clock games now. New Jersey at Boston. I'm going with Boston. St. Louis at Montreal. St. Louis. Toronto at Detroit. Toronto. Florida at the Islanders. Islanders. Columbus at Carolina. Carolina. Winnipeg at Chicago. I think Chicago's going to win this game. I have a gut feeling. 7 p.m. Washington at Dallas. I'm going to go with Washington, of course. 7:30 Pittsburgh at Minnesota. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh, obviously. Arizona at Colorado. I'm going to go with Colorado, of course. Philadelphia at Vancouver. I'm going to go with Philadelphia. Calgary, Vegas. Vegas, baby. I'm going with Las Vegas, of course. The first round of the MLB playoffs just ended the other day. Gotta change the channel. Yeah, that was the first round just ended the other day. What I did not expect was the Yankees to sweep the Twins. That's one thing I did not expect. I thought the Twins could win that game because, Yankees had home field advantage. The Twins did not play well the first 2 games. Well, they didn't play good in the third game either, which I thought they had a shot of winning, to be completely honest with you. I thought the Twins were completely going to win that one, but once it was like 3 or 3-0 or something like that, okay, Yankees are going to win. I mean, the Twins at least got a point out of it, but it was a home run in the bottom of the 8th, so yeah. I did not expect a sweep to happen. Atlanta and St. Louis. That one, see, that was the sweep. Yankees Twins was the sweep. And then the rest of the series went 5 games for. Wait, I'm trying to think. Did St. Louis? I literally can't remember if St. Louis. I literally can't remember if Atlanta, if St. Louis forced Game 5. I'm gonna look that up. My laptop's right here. I mean, the computer's right there, but it's on YouTube, so. Don't worry. Okay, while I'm pulling it up, let's talk about the Dodgers National Series. I felt this series was the same way to the Astros Rays series. I literally thought when Washington tied up the series, I'm like, well, when they won Game 3, I was like, could they possibly go on a comeback or not? And then once they tied up the series in Game 4, I was like, man, Washington's going to win this. And then in Game 5, the Dodgers took the early lead. I'm like, okay, Dodgers are going to win. And then when the Nats tied it, I was like, okay, this thing's going to extra innings. But that's not what happened. Well, it did go to extras, yeah, but I didn't expect a grand slam home run from, was it Juan Soto, I think is who it was from? That's one thing I'll look up. That's one thing I'll look up too. I'm pretty sure it was Juan Soto, but I'm not sure. It was one of the young guys. I know that. Howie Kendrick. That's who it was. Okay, yeah, the St. Louis Atlanta game did go 5. So all the rest of the series except for the Yankees Twins series went 5 games. I mean, the Yankees swept the Twins. I'll say this again. I thought the Twins could force game 4. I mean, I didn't expect a sweep from the Yankees. I mean, the way the the Twins, played all season, I thought they could. I mean, I knew the one thing I didn't expect was the Twins to make the playoffs, but they did. So, yeah. St. Louis at Atlanta. This one was interesting one. All the games were played in the afternoon. Between the 3 and 4 o'clock hour, they started. I mean, I chose Atlanta to win, though. But when St. Louis came back, I was like, oh, great. St. Louis is going to win. Well, they did that in Game 5, and they won 13-1. That I did not expect. Now, Houston, Tampa Bay. This series, I was thinking the exact same thing about the National Series. When Tampa Bay forced Game 5, I was like, wow, the Rays are going to win this. And then Houston just took the lead, and they took it all. So, yeah, Yankees, Astros, 7 p.m. St. Louis and Atlanta. Washington at St. Louis at 3 o'clock, which is only in about 2 hours. So, yeah, I better quickly upload this so that it's still fresh and brand new. This was Weekly Show 24. I'll see you guys all for Ronnie's NFL show.